Well, Ellen's back in the news again, not in good ways. Three new stories that I found that I wanted to go over. This one talking about her PR firm. She's working with some public relations people to try to fix her damaged brand, which keeps getting hit. Warner, though, during an interview said they stand with Ellen. I don't think they're going to replace her. I think that was a rumor that was being kicked around, but they have no plans to replace her. I think they're going to keep her. Imagine the headlines if they do fire her. Because in all honesty, all of this stuff about her that's coming out, like YouTube channels are talking about, but of course the mainstream, they've kind of backed off a little bit when it comes to Ellen, and I kind of expected that, to be honest, that they would do that. I'm not shocked. She's very protected, I've noticed. And I don't get it because from what I've read, like it's a well-known fact that she's a POS and no one likes her and she's mean and nasty to people. And I think that goes to people at Warner, fellow celebrities, people on the streets, because that's something she apparently, and I'm going to go over this in a second, tried to get a woman fired. She kind of wanted to get a waitress fired because she had chipped nail polish. What the hell? Really? Ellen DeGeneres accused of trying to get waitress suspended for chipped nail polish. This is really messed up because I can't believe what a nasty person to want to do something like this. So the story is, and it's pretty short, this woman waited on her and her wife at a restaurant, served them food, and never said anything to her. Didn't give her, any kind of indication that anything was wrong, that, the service was bad. Just had the meal and then left. And then after that, she went home, emailed the restaurant's manager, and complained because her fingernail polish was chipped on a nail. So it wasn't perfect. Looked bad. So she complained about that. Not about the service, about the fingernail paint the woman had. That it wasn't immaculate and perfect. Everything must be pristine for Ellen DeGeneres. That's messed up. Now, fortunately, the boss didn't really do anything. It was just kind of like WTF. Because the reason the woman's fingernail polish was bad was because she was working a second job and she had to be back like right away the next morning. So like that's like the last thing she like cared to maintain. But old Ellen doesn't think about that. She doesn't think about the pains and the struggles of the average person. She sees you as a simpleton, as a piece of trash. So if you didn't have time to fix your nail, well, that's tough. This is Ellen DeGeneres. You better find a reason for everything to be perfect. So I thought that was really nasty. Just wanted to get this woman fired because she didn't like the way her nails looked. Pretty sick. What a nasty person. And then some more stories coming out about how she treats people. Talking about this story of how she treated an audience member. This is the kind of stuff you can expect from the demented mind of Ellen DeGeneres, I guess. They talk about this incident here. So apparently they have like a place where you can hang out before a show starts, and they had like gift giveaways. So let me go over this. Ellen set up a desk at the front of her studio to see how honest the audience was. She laid out Ellen's merchandise and told audience members they were allowed to take one item each at no cost. While the event looked like a gift, the intention was actually a little more sinister. Ellen clearly states that she wanted to see if she could catch anyone violating the terms of the giveaway. In other words, she was looking for people to call out. One woman took a couple of more items than she should have. Probably not the best, but she ended up putting her on blast and then puts her like in the front of the studio in like audience jail and had her sit there to humiliate her for the entire show. So as if the humiliation of being publicly called out on camera wasn't enough, Ellen then demands that the audience member move from her seat and sit in Ellen jail. The audience member is moved to a prominent location at the front of the set, ensuring everyone can see her at all times. Ellen appeared to delight in the public humiliation of her fans. And Yeah, it's kind of messed up. Not as messed up, in my opinion, as the fingernail thing, but it's just more stuff that adds up on this woman. I don't know. I don't know how she fixes it. Can a PR firm fix this? And then to take even more, like all these stories that come out, you have to imagine anybody that's had a nasty experience with Ellen DeGeneres is going to come forward, probably for the rest of the year. And you're going to have like nasty story after nasty story coming out. I really do wonder, will she be able to rebrand and fix her image? I do wonder about that. It'll be interesting to see if she can bounce back from all of this. Because it does feel like it's calming down a little. But make no mistake, if this had been anybody else that didn't quite hit as many boxes in the checklist, I wonder, they wouldn't be coming back. They'd be canceled. Imagine, like, if this was that Jimmy Kimmel guy, he was able to escape a little bit of heat. But imagine if it had been turned out like people were, forcing people to do stuff like Ellen has done, and how nasty people were on her set, or how nasty she is. I wonder if he'd have been able to come back from this. I doubt it. Anyway, that's it. Shorter video. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you would, please consider throwing a like up, share the video, make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.